What is happening? I'm N64Josh, and this is another gaming vlog. Today is a very special game to me. This game is Super Mario Brothers 2. So, real quick, we do this live on twitch.tv/N64Josh before I start my main streams, pretty much daily. Want to say what's up to chat. I see Ronnie and Delmonic, Gold-Blooded, Rust Belt Kid, X-Joyd, anybody else just lurking. Thank you guys for being here. So, Super Mario Brothers 2, why is this game so special? Well, number of reasons. One, my best friend growing up, we had so much hype around this game. You remember I kind of mentioned him in the first, in the Super Mario Brothers vlog. Well, this game, you know, like Nintendo Power back in the day, it was on the cover. It was the first issue, the claymation. Like, you have to remember there wasn't the internet back then when this game was being released. And so, you know, commercials, magazines, whatever we could do to get the hype going, that was it. And so I just remember we would talk about this game on the school bus, in the schoolyard, and then there was one day after it released that he came over to my place and was like, I got to play Super Mario Brothers 2. And this is what he told me. He said, and they changed Luigi's name to Luigi. Now, we were in second grade, and I just don't think he could read very well. So I was like, no way. And I told everybody I knew that they changed his name to Luigi. And I think a lot of people looked at me like, what are you talking about, you crazy little kid? You know, keep in mind, this is like second or third grade for me, right? And so he was the first one that got to play it. And I just remember, like, I need all the details, right? I need to know everything. And I remember him just kind of giving me a play-by-play of everything. And this, I mean, this was a game I wanted so badly, and I was just so excited for it. I loved the first one. Even just seeing this artwork gets me so hyped. It gets me so hyped. Well, here's what happened. From my understanding, from what I know, there was actually a chip shortage, and they could not get this game. They couldn't make enough of them fast enough. And so where I lived, there wasn't a ton of places to get games. There was a few places. I think Pay and Save was one of them. And you know, I think that's where we got most of my games. It was at a mall in my hometown here that's long gone now. The building that mall was in is now a Goodwill, and so this game, we never would see this, right? So my best chance of getting this is if my parents went south to where there was a Toys R Us, and there were so many days. I remember, I don't know if I saved birthday money or I just got the okay. Like, my parents knew how excited I was for this game that they said, yes, we will get it for you. I think I earned the money. The problem was they could never find it. So they would leave to go grocery shopping, and they would come back empty-handed. So fast forward to the summer after the release of this game. I mean, we're talking close to a year, and I still don't have this game. I remember it just killing me. I think we went through that Christmas and I didn't get it. Like, they just couldn't find it. They couldn't find it. It was never available. And I remember a warm summer day. They went and did their grocery shopping. I think they hit Costco. I'm from a pretty big family. And they showed up. She finally said, yeah, we got it. And I just remember losing it. I was so very excited. And I had no idea back then that there was like a chip shortage, right? Like, I had no clue. I just knew that this game was always sold out, and it was the one game I wanted more than anything. And I played this game. I played this game. And as a kid, I actually never beat it. I would end up losing all my lives before I finished. But the thing is, like, I don't think I ever really warped. And when I finally did learn to warp, I didn't really like to. I liked to just explore every level. And so that's kind of what I did. And I remember getting stuck in certain areas, and I remember thinking a lot of stuff is weird. Like, where's the Goombas? Where's the turtles? Why am I picking everything up and not flattening anything when I jump on it, right? But I didn't care. It was Super Mario Brothers 2, and you know, it's a game that I now go back to a couple times. At least I try to go back to at least once a year and play all the way through it. And part of that reason is that friend I mentioned, that best friend, you know, we were kind of bummed that we couldn't do multiplayer. But one of the reasons that this game is so special to me, because it takes me back to hanging out with him, is that he ended up passing away like when we were 19, 20. And so this is one of those games that even just seeing the artwork and everything, it just takes me back to hanging out with him. You know, it's not just, I don't just think about this, you know, the game sitting down in front of the TV. It takes me back to like, you know, like summers as a kid, like jumping on the trampoline and, you know, staying up late and playing, you know, playing Super Mario Brothers 2, you know, riding our bikes all over the neighborhood and, you know, things like that. Like it's more than just the time sat in front of the TV playing a game. And chat is asking me, is it the same friend as Mock Rider? And it is. Yeah, he was the one that owned Mock Rider, and so that was that was my introduction to that game, was him. So we just had so many good times, and like he is who I got to experience all of the hype with, all of these games with. Like, you know, we were on the same nerdy level back then, you know, and there wasn't back then, it wasn't, you couldn't talk about this stuff with just everybody, because it was like, oh, you're a nerd, you know, that kind of stuff. And so for him and I, it was like, this is the best thing ever, right? The best thing ever. And so just so many fond memories tied to this game. Oftentimes I'm humming this music, right? I'm often, the music, especially just starting the game, the first level, if I'm humming a tune, a lot of times it's Super Mario Brothers 2. Just, you know, and I mean, I know that 3 is a much better game, right? 1 is even a better game. But there was still something magical about this game, and the fact that it was like, it was different. The art style and everything, Mario had, you know, started to get a little more personality, started to look a little more like he did on the artwork of the box and that kind of stuff. So again, just really fun memories of this one. And so yeah, that's gonna do it for our game vlog today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, you know, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate that. And come check out a stream sometime. We start at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, twitch.tv/N64Josh. And we'll see you guys very soon. Bye now.